Hi, it's Tim from ORACLE-BASE.com. In this video we'll demonstrate how to use HTTP headers and ORDS-Specific bind variables in Oracle REST data services. Many of the examples will be repeated to show two approaches: the original PLSQL Web Toolkit approach and using the native ORDS functionality. I'm going to assume you've already used Oracle REST data services before, so I'm not going to spend a long time explaining the service definitions or how to call them. If you're new to ORDS, you should probably check out my ORDS playlist or read the articles linked in the description box first. We create a test user called TestUser1 and grant it the create session privilege. We connect to the new user, which is where we do all the setup. We enable ORDS for the TestUser1 schema and assign the base path of HR. This is a schema alias used in the web service URLs, which lets ORDS know it's dealing with objects in the TestUser1 schema. We define a new web service to display Common Gateway Interface or CGI settings. We set the module name and base path to test module 1. The template pattern is set to CGI headers 1. The HTTP GET handler for this service is associated with a PLSQL block. In the block we set the MIME header to text plain. Then display the values for a few CGI parameters using the getCGIM function from the OWA-util package. This can also be used to access custom header values from the request header. We call this new service using the following URL, which includes the schema alias of HR, the module base path of test module 1, and the template pattern of CGI headers 1. When we run this, we see the values of the requested CGI settings. This next web service is similar to the previous one, but it uses the print CGIM procedure. This displays all the CGI values and custom headers in HTML format, but will display the output as plain text. As expected, when we call this web service, we get all the values displayed. ORDS allows us to map custom headers to bind variables in the service definition using the define parameter procedure in the ORDS package. Here we've defined a service which displays the value of a bind variable called Tim's header. We define a parameter for the service. The name must match the name of the custom header in the request. The bind variable name must match the bind variable referenced in the service definition. The parameter is defined as a string in the incoming request header. When we make a call to this service, we pass the custom header called Tim's header with a value of some value. When we run this, we see the service has printed out the correct value. In this example, we're using the OWA-util package to manually edit the custom header settings. We set the MIME header, but leave the header open by setting the second parameter to false. Anything we write now is written as part of the header, so we write out the custom header parameter, then close the header using the HTTP header close procedure. Once the header is closed, anything we write is part of the web service response. To display the response header information, we use curl's -i option. When we call the service, we see the custom header has been written correctly and the response payload is as we expect. In this example, the service assigns a value to two bind variables, fruit and Tim's header. We have to define these two parameters. The fruit parameter is defined as being part of the output response body. The Tim's header parameter is defined as being part of the response header. We run this in the same way as the last example and get a similar result. We see the custom header has been written correctly and the response payload is as we expect. ORDS has several predefined bind variables which you can reference in service definitions without having to manually bind them using the define parameter procedure. In this example, the post handler displays the content type value which maps to the content type header. The body parameter is populated with the contents of the request payload. It's delivered as a blob, so we have to convert it to text to display the contents. To test this, we need to pass the correct header and payload. We use the -x parameter to indicate this is a HTTP post call. We set the payload using the data binary flag. We set the content type header to application JSON, although it could be any valid content type. When we call the service, we see the parameter values are displayed as expected, showing these bind variables were handled implicitly by ORDS. Thanks for watching. As always, there are links to articles containing lots more information about this subject in the description box below.